today we have with us from Boise, Idaho, we have Alison Blake. And Alison, thanks so much for being with us today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So tell us a little bit about how long you've been in Boise, why you moved there, and what you do there.
So I moved here 28 years ago when Boise was a very small town. So I came from
Wow.
California. I lived in the Bay Area. I'm not originally from the Bay Area, but my parents lived there. And we decided to move. I moved here with my ex-husband, who is a psychologist at the VA. So we moved here to make the VA a regional medical center, basically. I was a psychologist and didn't transfer my license here, so I got into real estate. So I've been doing real estate for 27 years full time.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
That is great. I was looking at statistics for Idaho, and I think it was last year, 15,000 Californians moved to Idaho, to the state of Idaho. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how many Boise got, but 15,000 is 10 times the number two state,
Right. So
right?
we were during COVID, we got a real boost. And I think it was
Oh, wow.
because there's a couple of things that are kind of interesting about moving to Boise. The average age that was moving into Boise was 55 and over. Most of those people were moving because of grandkids. So
Wow.
they had grandchildren here. So it was kind of interesting because we never really thought of that. Sorry. What it has done though, it's impacted the amount of people, young people that we do have. Well, we have a lot of young people here because we have Boise State University, but the
Right.
majority were 55 and over, taking early retirement from places like California, Washington, and coming here, or remote workers. So we got a real boost during COVID. We're
Wow.
now we're now number 11 on the relocation list because our prices have gone up so high,
Right.
but it's still a great
Amazing.
place to be.
So, of the people that are sort of the people that are buying in Boise, would you be able to hazard a guess as to how many people are buying as second homes or investment properties versus moving there? Any idea where that lines up?
I'm going to say that 80% of the people, about 80%, and it's not really a hard statistic, but from what I've seen, about 80% are moving here. And
Wow.
some people, I'd say about 30% of those 80% are moving here for 7 to 8 months of the year and then either flying back to California to do their job or going back for 3 or 4 months.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So what's your money get you there?
So the average price in Ada County right now is 535,000, and that
Right?
would be a 3 bedroom, 2 bath home, or 4 bedroom, 2 bath home. And depending on where you buy, it would be on a bigger lot, let's say a third of an acre, or it would be on a smaller city lot. And it's really very location specific. Like we have a
Right.
downtown, and that's much more expensive than 20 miles away. Nampa is right outside of Boise, and the average price there is 422, and that has been listed as the second most popular place to retire. So
Right. And how far is Nampa from like downtown Boise?
it takes 15 minutes,
15 minutes. That's
and it
that's
takes
amazing.
30 during our rush hour.
Amazing. And so is it you recall how real estate works in California? Would you call it easier in Boise to secure a property than it is here?
I think it is. It's been a little bit more challenging the past year because we've had 7 to 8 to 10 offers. We have 60% of our market is cash. So we do have a lot of cash coming into the
Wow.
market. Because of people getting out of their homes and, having cash to put down.
All right.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's a 7-page contract. So it's very, very simple to get into real estate here. It's easier to get, into a contract, definitely, than what I've seen. We don't have as many disclosures, which I think trips a lot of people up. We have a property disclosure, which does hold up in court. But we don't have any termites or things like that. We don't do a lot of that testing. So
Wow.
it's a pretty simple process. And there's still a little bit of a handshake, a little bit of trust in real estate left here,
A
which is
little, that's so foreign to us in California, being
yeah,
the most
it's really
litigious
different.
state.
Yeah, and psychologically, it's very different for people. When they come here, they're like, what am I missing? But there really isn't anything that anybody's missing.
That's great.
So,
So,
yeah.
so before you go, what should we know about moving to Idaho, other than bringing a down jacket and a beanie?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's 38 degrees here today.
Yeah.
And the way I'm dressed, I don't feel cold outside. So we have a very dry climate.
Mhm.
So we only wear coats here in November, December, and January, part of February. We get very little snowfall in the valley. We are in a valley, so we get very little snowfall. There, we find the traffic just, overwhelming right now, but it's for people from California, they're like, what traffic?
Yeah.
So it's a very laid back lifestyle. It's very, people still smile at you and talk to you in the grocery store, and it's very nice. There's a small community feeling that we're getting into a big city, and we have a ballet, a philharmonic, we have all of those nice things, Broadway plays come here. So we have a lot of things that come into our city.
I love it. Well, Allison, thanks so much for joining us and spending a few minutes with us today. And we will see you next month.
Okay, great. Looking forward to it.
Thanks very much.
Okay, bye.